Hey everybody, how you doing today? Welcome to Clink.
To
welcome, welcome to Clink.
Clink. What's up, y'all?
I always got to take me a sip, honey. Ain't nothing like wetting your whistle. Okay. Hi, I'm your host Cam, and this is
Your other host, Kay. Excuse me while I like this candle because I like to have a nice ambiance. And I love incense. You like incense?
yes, I do, and it smells so delicious.
I believe it's like strawberry.
Hmm. See, we got to go back to the vibe thing. Incense is wonderful. It's inexpensive,
It
and it
is.
smells great.
I got the incense for like at a gas station in Michigan. 'Cause that's how we do. It was like six for like $3 or something like that. It was something stupid like that.
But I will tell you, incense will kill any smell. If your boo or you
Oh,
is blowing up that bathroom,
oh,
get you some incense and you will be perfectly fine. I am serious. I've had some smells, and one time I ran out of spray,
uh-huh.
and then I was like, what can I do? And I remembered I had incense. And when I got the incense, honey, it made the whole house. I was like, thank you, Lord. It saved the day.
I love it. I remember I had someone say that they didn't like incense because all of them smell the same, and that's burning. That's the burning smell. I'm like, that's like the more because they have organic ones. They have ones like this where you can actually smell the difference
Yeah.
in the different types of incense. So,
And actually, I believe that burning incense is a lot safer than candles.
oh, it is.
Yeah, because candles can sometimes be not safe, and once the incense has burnt, it's over. And then once you have that, what do you call the thing that catches
The what? The ash?
that catches the ash? Then you're done.
True. That's true.
So
So we want to thank everyone that stopped by because you didn't have to do that.
you didn't.
And we hope you stay for the whole duration because it's going to be good. I'm telling y'all. So if you want to know what Clink is about, Clink is just a show where we just come and we talk. We talk about some of everything, and we're going to have occasional guests, and we just get real.
Yes, we talk about life. We talk about love. We talk about just everything in between. So it's going to be a ride. So we are happy that you guys are joining us for this ride, for this journey that we're going on.
That's right, because we're going on a journey, okay?
A real journey.
All right, so y'all, we're going to be trying out some things and some different segments. So you let us know which one you like. Like, yeah, we like that one. Keep that one.
Right.
And some segment like, nah, but it had to be a majority, y'all.
Right. And if you have something that you think that you would like to see us try or do, then you can suggest that as well, and we'll be more than happy to try that. It's not too crazy, though.
Right. And you can send that to our email address, allthingscamandkay@gmail.com, or you can just simply comment on our social media pages. I just got us a Twitch page, so we can go live on Twitch sometime.
Hey.
And then we have a Facebook page, All Things Cam and Kay. And right now, what I want you to do is, this is free, y'all. Go right over there to your little clicker. You hit that like button, okay? And if you want to subscribe, it's no pressure. Listen to us first, and then go ahead and subscribe. You'll like it here.
Yes, but we do have other segments on YouTube. So you can go on YouTube and check us out and join the Cam and Kay movement.
That's right. So this first segment is more so of you all can get to know us better. It's some questions that I actually got for my guy friend and I, and because I like these like conversation cards, because a lot of times, you can talk and talk and talk, but some subjects don't even cross your mind. It's always good to talk about things, when you don't know what to talk about, or when you're getting to know somebody. So the conversation cards I love. But these were more so like friendship type cards, so anybody can answer these. So just know that we're going to be doing this every segment, and we're gonna when we have our guests, they're gonna do it too. Okay.
And I think it'll be really cool because not only will it be fun for us, but it'll be fun just to get to know each other better. So I'm all for it.
That's right.
So we're gonna dive into that thing over there.
And I know y'all see like, oh, what they have on that table? It's our snacks, you know. So
Yes.
we clink. This is a sip and chat. Okay, so we have our mimosas.
Yes, we do. Clink.
Okay, and we have our fruit. And I made this fruit dip. If you want the recipe, let me know. Okay, I will give it to
I
you.
just really have to show everybody this beautiful array of goodies that she has prepared for us. Look at them, and it has the fruit. And honey, I will be munching, so don't judge me.
All right, you ready to answer a question?
I am ready.
All right,
let's go.
And I have not seen these beforehand, so I don't know.
Me either. So this is gonna be fun.
Oh. Okay, it says, would you ever go back to someone that you ended a relationship with?
I have to answer that, or you?
We both.
At this point in life, I would say no. I feel like that once you've ended something, you've thought about it, you've had time to process it, and I mean, it's a difference between you having a little hiccup in the road and you say, I don't want to talk to you for a couple of days. Mm-hmm. But when you end it, that means you thought about it, you did your pros and your cons. And so for me, that is, no, I don't believe that I would go back to somebody that I ended it with, not unless they came back with the color, many colors. They were levitating. I mean, it would I want to say no, but it would really have to depend on why it ended. Because sometimes things just dissipate. Sometimes it doesn't end bad. It just ends for a whole lot of reasons. But if it was something that really was hurtful, then I think it would be a hard no for me.
Okay. I agree to you to a certain extent. If I ended a relationship with someone, that's, you know what? I'm about to say.
You gotta go back in the memory banks and say, hold on.
At this point, that's okay.
At this
point in my life, okay. Exes are exes. I'm not going back. You know what the words say? You know, we look behind, right? We look forward and press towards the mark that's ahead of us. Yeah. So no, I leave all those.
I think you're right at this point. I mean, because we all have lived life and we've made choices, and you know, sometimes you may have decided to give somebody a second chance, but again, it depends on what they did, and sometimes it's not what you do, it's how you do it.
So no, let's do one more. I thought that was fun. Let's do one more.
One more.
And we want to know, while we answer these questions, we want to hear your answers in a comment. Okay.
Yes. Would you go back to an ex?
Yes. Oh, okay. What is something you believed as a child that is funny now? Oh, okay, I get it.
Well, explain to me, because I'm having a moment.
I would have to say the tooth fairy.
Oh, something you believe
as a child, but it's funny now. I'm like,
why
would somebody, you know, take teeth? And even though I knew at an early age that it wasn't a tooth fairy, because okay, I had to be at least 5 because I was still here in Michigan. So I left Michigan when I was 5, and we moved to San Diego for about 7 years. So we were spending the night at family house, right? And to my mom back in the day, she and her, he's like my second father, it's my brother's father, and they all used to always have card games, right? You know, if you're like in your 40s or 50s, y'all should know, like, some of your parents used to have them card
games,
girl. So we would spend the night at a friend of the family house. So my mother and they were having a card game at our house. So my tooth came out while I was over there, And so so my aunt, because I again my his family was mine, you know.
Yeah.
And so my aunt told me to put it under my pillow.
Mm-hmm.
So I did that. I kid you not. I'm like 5 years old because I'm a light sleeper even at that age. I hear a door open. I see her creeping in. And you know, I had like one eye open and one.
You just gotta ruin every damn thing. That's all that is. Control.
That's why I do not like surprises. And she took my tooth and put $1 underneath, and I was like, "There's no tooth fairy."
See, if it was a $10 bill, you might have played along. No, just wait.
You're right, like, but I never let up that I knew that a tooth fairy wasn't real because I wanted the coins, I wanted the money. Okay.
Yeah.
What about you? What did you believe?
I believe which was true. I believed in Santa.
Okay.
Until I got a little older, and I kept wondering why my dad was eating the cookies and drinking the milk. And I was like, why are
you saw him?
Yeah, why are you stealing Santa? I was supposed to be asleep though. Why are you stealing Santa's food? And then going to Bible study and learning different things. And they kept saying, I said, why does Santa sound like God? Because they kept saying he sees you when you're sleeping, he knows when you're awake. You know, he knows if you've been bad or good. And I'm like,
what's going on?
How can he can't be everywhere at the same time? He's Santa. So then I was like, nope. So it was Santa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
all right.
I believed as a child, but I know better now. Mama and Daddy worked real hard.
So let us know, what is something you believed as a kid, but you think is totally funny now? Let us know in the comments.
That you even ever believed it.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to go to another segment called, and I might put the graphic when I say this in there, so we'll see. If you see it, that means it was successful. So this segment is called Kay. What you watching? All right, y'all.
So, Kay, what you watching, girl?
All right.
Tell us what you watching, because see, Kay is a movie buff. She loves movies, she loves
TV,
film, she loves TV, and she keeps me up to par. Okay. So, Kay, what you watching, girl?
All right. So y'all look. Your girl loves baking competitions, cooking competitions, right? I love those. I've seen just about all of them on Netflix and other stations.
Do you like the Cake Wars?
I love them all. But the one that was a big hit with Netflix last year, and season 2 just dropped, and I'm already on. I'm already on the last episode, and it's and it is called Is That Cake?
I love that show.
I love Is That Cake? Is there something so satisfying about seeing something that looked like this, or this bowl, this a fruit?
Isn't that where they take
realistic? It's hyper realistic,
so it's like
and it's cake
objects.
Yes, and they make it. Yes. So what this is, if you have not heard about it, you're living under a rock. What's going on? Okay.
Because even I have watched that show,
right,
and I do love it.
So Cake, Is It Cake is hosted by SNL. Girl, I'm about to say SNL, because you know that's my channel.
We're not talking about Leslie right now.
Right. Okay. This is not the R-rated show, the X-rated show. So SNL alum Mikey Day, he is hilarious. I like him. He's like the perfect host. He's not overly silly, he's not overly doing. He's just the right mix of hosts. So
because he's not critical either, he makes everything lighthearted.
It's fun. So Mikey Day hosts Is This Cake. So like about 10 contestants compete, and basically whoever's the last one standing, whoever can fool the judges. It's different judges every week, celebrity judges, okay? And they come and they have to determine which cake or which item. It could be like a baseball and glove, and it can be like an igloo
a trunk.
Your trunk, anything, y'all. It's just so
But
satisfying
you
to
know
see
what
them slice it. Oh my
I
God.
love is how they can take something and make it look like it's metal or make it look like it's leather.
Yes.
It's so
Oh my
weird.
God. This one contestant on season 2, no spoilers, but her detailing, the stitching, it's priceless. It's priceless. So y'all, if you want to watch something, watch Is That Cake. Start with season 1. If this is something that you like, again, like just seeing them cut into that cake
So
when
it's
it's
like
like a
it's like
dinner.
a cross between art
It is.
and food.
Yeah.
They go hand in hand together.
It
It is a
does.
great
They're
show.
artists. They're artists. So watch Is That Cake if you have Netflix. Okay. All right.
All right then.
So we are going to get into today's topic. Cam.
So I gave this a lot of thought because we live in a world now where it seems like everybody wants to just always say yes. And it's like people feel uncomfortable with disagreeing with people. So this segment is called It's Okay to Say No, and when it's okay to say no. So again, we live in a world where we want to be very pleasing to people, but sometimes we have to say no. We have to say no for various reasons. We have to say no because it's the right thing to say. Sometimes you get into a lot of different, uh,
Situations?
just getting a lot of situations, and you make your life a little more complicated than it has to be because you won't say no.
Mm-hmm.
You just want to, be a people pleaser and say, oh, somebody asks you something, you say yes, or I'll get back with you when you know that you're really uncomfortable in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it also has trickled over into a lot of people's children. Nowadays, people don't want to tell their children no. They feel uncomfortable telling them no because they want to be more of their friend than a parent, or not feel like they're being too authoritative to their two children, whether it's their child or a younger person or somebody in their life, when it is okay to say no.
Right. And you touched on something. You said a lot of parents nowadays, they want to be like just their kid's friend and they don't want to say no. Like it's some type of method, like not to say no, that some doctor came up with. Now, for a person who do not have kids, but I have to deal with y'all's kids out in these streets. Okay. Okay, so it's you know no is very freeing.
Yes, and it's a way to just say stop. No, it's not a bad thing to say. It's
Mm-hmm.
like saying stop and reassess and reevaluate the situation. Because nowadays we look at just so many things going on with the world, with kids, at jobs, in relationships. Sometimes we go along with things that make us feel uncomfortable because we feel like if I don't do this, then my mate is not going to like me. They're not going to respect me, because we live in a world now where it may be somebody out there outside of your relationship that may tell your mate yes.
Mm.
But if you don't tell your mate no because you're uncomfortable, it can put you in a very messed up place within yourself, because no matter what, you have to always be honest with yourself. So we cannot allow people outside of us to do things or coerce us. You know, what's the word I'm looking for? Coerce us to do things that we know that we don't want to do, just to have their affection, to have their love.
Yeah, and I read a meme or whatever you want to call it. It really didn't have like a picture or anything on it. It was just words,
Mm-hmm.
and it says, "Saying no is self care too." And I was like, "Yes."
Yes, because we have to be careful that we don't fall into emotional manipulation with
Mm-hmm.
no, because sometimes even
Mm.
parents can be that way with their children. You know,
Right,
No.
or spouses, or long-term relationships, people using, certain things as a weapon. No, like you said, to be very manipulative because people are like that. Okay.
Yes. And even with your girlfriends. It is okay to tell your friends, I don't care if she's been your best friend since the third grade. If something is uncomfortable for you or you don't want to do it, it's
Mm-hmm.
okay to say no.
Mm-hmm.
And people should respect your no. If you
Respect my no. Go ahead.
right,
That
if
should be,
I
ooh,
don't
that should
want
be
to
on a
do it,
shirt.
yes. Queen, you saw it here first. Don't you steal our ideas.
Respect my no.
Respect my no, because my no helps me be a better person. And my no could probably even help you, because if you have a friend that's all gung ho and just all over the place, somebody has to put their foot down and say no sometimes.
Yeah, because I remember I had a hard time with that.
Mm-hmm.
Saying no because like what you touched on, because you don't want to disappoint people. You do want to please people. I was a people pleaser. I wasn't like an overtly people pleaser, but I was people pleasing back in the day. I got delivered from that. Okay.
She got delivered.
Okay.
Delivered.
I've been set free. So I had to really learn how to say no with no period, no with no explanation, because I was doing like the no because blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
No, just no.
I think I was in that stage too, where I felt like if I said no, I had to explain myself,
Mm-hmm.
because I felt bad setting boundaries for myself. Saying
Mm.
no to you, to me, maybe some people can make you feel like you're hurting them by telling them no, when that's like the craziest thing in the world. So people don't like to hear no, because you're
Mm-hmm.
setting a boundary. You're saying no, that it doesn't make me feel comfortable, and that's it. So,
Mm-hmm.
like you said, it's best that we just say no respectfully,
Yes,
or
respectfully.
or not respectfully. Respect people's no.
Yeah.
Why they say no, it really doesn't matter, because when you try to really get an explanation as to why somebody said no, you're kind of borderline disrespecting them as a person, because they have the right to tell you no.
Right. And like Cam said, it may be something that you want to do or do with that person. If they say no, I mean, it might sting a little bit, but there will be other days, but just respect people's no and
Yes.
respect your own no.
And I think that's one of the most important things, is to respect your own no. If you feel uncomfortable, if you don't want to make a decision in that moment, say, I will get back with you.
Mm-hmm.
And take your time and think about it, and don't let somebody rush you into making a decision that you're not ready to make.
Mm-hmm.
And I say that especially to a lot of young girls and boys. Don't let somebody rush you into making a decision that you're not ready to make. We would rather for you to just walk away from that situation. Think about it. And then if you want to, you can revisit. But if not, stand in your no. It's okay.
Stand in that no. And also, do me a favor. If you are a person out there who have a hard time saying no, do it right now. Say it.
Say it with us.
Say no.
One, two, three.
No.
No. And you
Right.
ain't got to say it nice either. You can say it kind of raunchy.
Right.
No.
Or, you be nice with it. No, thank you.
Not at this
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. So, because we know it can be a hard thing. It can be a challenging thing, for people. People really struggle with this. People struggle with this on the job because
Mm-hmm.
you don't want to seem weak. You don't want to seem like you're insubordinate. Look, I set boundaries at my job. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I don't stay longer than what I have to. I remember. Listen to this.
If it say 9 to 5, it means
9 to 5.
mm-hmm.
So at my old schedule before COVID, I used to work 4 10s. So
Mm-hmm.
I would come in at 8:30 and leave at 7. And I was off every Friday, right? So we had a new department to come,
Mm-hmm.
and I work with kids. So these kids are special. Okay, bless their hearts. And that department wanted me to stay a little bit after 7.
That's a long time.
So they told my boss's boss, right, to see if I would stay. And they probably didn't even ask. They probably said we want, her to stay maybe, or whatever the case may be. But my boss my boss came to me. She was like, they want to know if you'll be able to stay like about 15-20 minutes after, you can get that extra time in your lunch. I looked at her. I said, no, no. I have stuff to do.
Mm-hmm.
Even if I don't, that's still stuff to do.
Yes, and it's like nobody wants to feel like they're being, taken advantage of on their
Yes.
job.
Mm-hmm.
And even with your supervisors, I worked with a guy once. He made me feel very uncomfortable. And so I went to his supervisor and I said, I know that this man has a family. I don't want him to be fired, but could you please tell him to don't say things to me that I feel are inappropriate? But it's kind of taboo in the workplace because some people play a lot. But I'm
Girl.
not a child. I am
Oh,
at
come
my
on. You're not a what?
workplace. I'm not a child.
Okay.
I'm not in high school. I am a grown woman, and you're going to respect me. And he just had a problem with, just always saying little remarks and, getting a little too close. And so I went to the supervisor and told him. And the thing that's so sad about the situation, he did have a talk with him.
Mm-hmm.
But later on, years later, a couple years later, he got fired because he would not stay out of people's faces. And the thing that I tried, see, God will give you grace.
Come on.
And he had grace because I was like, this man got a wife and kids. He's just an idiot. So he's a little challenged in that area that he just does not get it. But he ended up, losing his job because he would not stop that wrong behavior. So if you're in a job and somebody is making you feel uncomfortable, go to their supervisor. If it happens to be the supervisor, you might have to go to HR, but stand up for yourself and don't let somebody run you away from a job that you may really like and be really good at because of their behavior.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So we can see, how hard it can be for some people, but just know that you do have the courage to say no. And you know what else though? When I hear people, so this is like the big thing now, trendy, like these poly relationships. It's a lot of people who are in poly relationships who should have said no.
Yes.
And because they know doggone well they did not want to do that in the first place, but they're trying to please their mate, and then it ends up crumbling and falling because look, don't let somebody bully you into doing something you don't want to do. And even if they're not bullying, if it's something you don't want to do, say no.
And don't make somebody make you feel like they're it. Say your no, stand in your no again, and you'll feel better about yourself at the end of the day. Because if somebody loves you, they're not going to ever ask you to do or partake in something that makes you feel uncomfortable. When people love you, they care about your feelings, how it will make you feel about yourself more than they care about what they want you to do. So, yes. So say no.
Was there? I'm trying to think of how my brain works, y'all. For years, it's always been like this, where we can be talking about something, and then like a song lyric lines up with that. I'm up here thinking, like, what song has no other than the Destiny Child? No, 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 no. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. But no, 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 no. That okay.
No.
But yeah.
What song?
Huh?
What's the song?
That was the only one I could think of. Yeah, that's the only one. What other? I don't know the other song. With no girl. If I was on Terrell's show, and I do want to go on his show one day.
That would be
Terrell
so
with the big
fun.
blue wall.
I love him.
I'll probably get buzzed every time.
I wouldn't because I ain't with me. Which one, girl? But stand in your nose,
Mm-hmm.
and you will feel so much better about yourself.
Yeah, because it is. Because as I mentioned before, and I can't take credit of it because I saw it on the internet. Somebody else said it
Such great
first.
information, though.
But that saying no is a form of self-care because I have another work example. I don't know how many people out there can relate, but I'm the type of person. Once I'm done with my 9 to 5, once I'm done, I don't want to see you. I don't want to, I'm not friends with any coworkers like on social media. Like say if they left the company and we were cool and they reached out, that's fine. After they're not working anymore, but current, no, I don't. But
be like, stay over there. This is a professional work environment.
Right.
Stay over there.
So I remember they want to get like a bunch of us, like team building, right, for everybody that works in my department. So they were trying to do it like after 5. I told my boss, I was like, oh no, I'm like that's on my time. So
y'all better do it at lunchtime.
Right, because like other because wellness is encouraged at my 9 to 5. So every like quarter, each department, they the supervisors, they can take their team out for team building. So people do that all the time, and they leave during work. So we've done that once before. We left during work, right? Or yeah. So I was like, no, I didn't say no. I didn't say anything because they were like voting on what to do, right? So one team member like kind of called me out, me and my other coworker who didn't respond either, because the email said respond if you want to participate. So I didn't respond because I didn't want to participate. So one of the team members, she was like, she called us out, like in our, because we have a Microsoft chat for our department teams. And so I was like, excuse me?
Who does she think she was to be calling somebody
else?
Oh,
she thinks she's somebody. She thinks she's somebody. I was like, excuse me? You didn't say, I said, I'm not going. Oh, you don't want to hang with us, blah, blah, blah. No, that's not it. I said, I like to have my time after 5 for me. And that was that. I'm like, I didn't
I've been
go.
looking at y'all all day long.
I don't look at them because they're on another they're at another location, but still after 5, no ma'am. No.
Well, I'm glad you set your boundary, because once you've had put in a long work day, it is time to unwind. It is time to just go home and take care of your things at home.
Turn the lights down low. That's how I unwind.
You sounded like to me, you're trying to get booed up. Okay. Or either have that nice mimosa. Okay.
All right.
Clink. After work.
Right. But yeah, so just say no.
So stand in your no. It is okay. And teach your children to say no and stand in their no as well. Yes. So that's my segment for today, is stand in your no. And it's okay to say no.
Yeah. So everybody, we want you to go ahead and hit that like button,
subscribe.
And we do have, and it's really easy to subscribe. You see that little square yellow button on the right hand corner at the bottom. If you don't see it, if you look at your phone, you don't see it. If you turn it on the side, you will see it.
Oh, look at you knowing that about that technology. Oh, girl, she know what's up.
Turn it on the side, it's rotated. You see it, click it, bam, you will get all of our notifications. And we have some great stuff coming down the pipeline. Y'all trust.
Trust. So again, we want to say thank you so very much for joining us on
Clink. Bye.
See you next time.